Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good one. I woke up to some interesting news this morning. Reports that drones shut down London's Gatwick airport for a period of about 12 hours. And this is disconcerting. So usually what this means, at least in the UK, it's illegal to fly within 1 kilometer or 0.62 miles of an airport without proper authorization. Much like here in the United States where I live, you can't fly within 5 miles of an airport without authorization if you're flying commercially. And every airport here in the U.S. has what's called the UAS-FM or UAS Facilities Map. It's a circular area with square grids in it that tell pilots who receive authorization or use automated authorization how high they're allowed to fly in a given area based on their location and in relation to the airport. If somebody is flying for hobby purposes here in the United States, the existing rule currently in place is that if you're within 5 miles of the airport, you have to call to notify. It doesn't mean that they have to give you permission, and it doesn't mean that they can keep you from flying. The most commonly used drones, manufactured by DJI, do have geofencing installed, which means that they can actually prevent the drone from operating within specific distances of airports and other critical infrastructure and sensitive places. And you can't fly in those areas unless you reach out to DJI directly for an unlock. It used to take days to get those. Now they've gotten pretty good. It's reasonably quick. If you have your documentation together and your bona fides, then DJI can give you a specific unlock for those areas a lot faster than they used to be able to. But let's get back to the UK. From the reports that I've read in multiple articles, more than 100,000 people were delayed, whether that's flights that were supposed to be landing at Gatwick or taking off. It meant that people were having to sleep on planes that were on the runway, that were having to sleep inside of the airport itself, and planes were diverted to Luton or Stansted or Paris or other places. So, it's a lot of people were disrupted. And the one thing that I've also read is that if they do catch the people that were involved in this, that it's punishable by almost 5 years in prison, which, my opinion as a drone pilot, I think that they need to catch this person or people involved. They need to make an example of them. And if there's no way that somebody is just ignorant of the fact that flying a drone around an airport is legal. These people need to be made an example of so that this does not happen anymore. The headlines read, "Idiots fly, drones near London's Gatwick airport," and I don't think that language is too harsh at this point. It is well known enough that drones and airports don't mix. That being said, there are some very specific uses that I've heard about drones being helpful, whether that's for documentation purposes or for marketing or otherwise, where responsible pilots have been given permission and have operated successfully near airports here in the United States. And these are pilots and operators who are very well versed and safe in the way that they operate. They know that they need to be operating with the cooperation and communication with airport security and FAA personnel and air traffic controllers, and that they need to understand that the operation of manned aircraft trumps their operation of their drone. In conclusion, hopefully they find the people that were operating this way. I hate seeing things like this happening and the public perception of drones getting worse. There are plenty of us out there that fly as commercial drone operators that have zero interest in what people are doing in their day-to-day lives. It's our job to help businesses and individuals to promote themselves, to promote their property, to promote their business, whatever it is. Not to spy on people, not to disrupt the public discourse, not to keep planes from flying, not to endanger people or property. It's our job to operate safely and to be stewards of drones in the public space. If you've gotten this far, thanks. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll bring you more stuff.